Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another heavy metal diecast video, and today we've got one here from Corgi, of course, in 1/72 scale diecast. It is from their Predators of the Sky series, and this is a Phantom Killers of 1972 version. It is a MiG-21 PFM Fishbed from the VPAF, or the Vietnam People's Air Force. And this one is, as I said, a PFM, and which is the interceptor version that had been updated and modernised. And the Vietnam People's Air Force, of course, were equipped with over 200 MiG-21s during the air war over Vietnam against the technically superior US aircraft. And they did use hit-and-run tactics to great effect, of course. They did take a heavy toll on the US aircraft during the Vietnam War, creating a number of Vietnam fighter aces. And this particular pilot that flew this aircraft was Nguyen Soat. I hopefully did pronounce that properly. I apologise if I did not say that correctly. My Vietnamese is not very good. But he did survive the war. He did get 6 confirmed aerial victories against US aircraft. 5 of those were F-4 Phantoms and 1 A-7 Corsair as well. He did join the Vietnamese Air Force in 1964, where he still remains in an active role and is a Lieutenant General, and he's age 77. And yep, still in the Air Force, still going strong. I picked this model up for $110 off a seller, off eBay, of course, and I reckon it does look pretty cool. So what we'll do is we'll stop talking and we'll get this box open so we can check out this Vietnamese MiG-21. All right, with the MiG blister pack out of the box, it does come with this very large booklet, of course, which does double as its certificate. So there were 3,760 of these made, of course. So if you want to grab one, there are only 3,760 of them available. Now, this booklet does open up, and it does have some details about the aircraft and the pilot in question as well, and it's got some really cool information in there, which is always very nice to have a little bit of a read, and it does show a bit more of a personal touch onto your model. We'll turf that out of the way. We'll get this open, chuck that out of the way, and there's the usual sort of pieces inside there. This pitted tube sort of come out a little bit, but it looks nice and snug in there, but it is no good snug in there, is it? We will get this out. Oh, it comes out nicely, which is great. We'll move this box out of the way so we can check out this MiG in its bare bones first before we do any assembly. Wow, this colour scheme is really nice. As you're probably well aware, I think most of these Predators of the Skies, Corgi are borrowing Hobby Master sort of moulds for these particular aircraft. So you will see a lot of similarities in the build quality of these compared to the Hobby Master versions as well. And the camo scheme on this does not disappoint. This does look very nice. We'll have a bit of a close look on those lines. Yeah, that looks cool. It's got the silver and green. So pretty much the the standard silver metal finish that these MiGs would be released in, and then they just looks to spray a bit of green over the top of that just to break up that bright silver over the jungle. So I reckon this would have been quite effective camouflage scheme, and it does look really nice. It's got some beautiful lines. The paint on this is really good. Yeah, this definitely looks nice. And it's always good to check out a MiG-21 in another nation's colour scheme, and from another nation's Air Force as well. These MiG-21s were used by so many people. It does have some pretty reasonable engine detail though. Nothing too outrageous, but good enough. Yeah, that's cool. We will turn it over and have a little look underneath, and it is bright silver. Wow. Just in case you forgot what box it was from, it's got a big Corgi stamp right there, obviously. That's quite large, but it looks, it's pretty clean underneath. So obviously all the areas for where we've got to put that landing gear, and a little bit of ordnance, of course, and kit this thing out. So, well, speaking of kitting out, how about we set up this MiG and come right back? All right, so here is the MiG set up for in-flight. As I said, this was a second-hand purchase. Mine failed to come with the ordnance that goes in here. So yours, if you do get one of these, should have a piece of ordnance that does sit under the fuselage there. You do just put your gear bay doors there, and there, just 3 little pieces, and you do put your ordnance on the wings there, and that is set up for in-flight. And, you know, that looks generally pretty good. Would be better if it was complete. And, of course, you do put that bit of tube on the front there. That drops straight in. Very, you know, identical pretty much to setting up a Hobby Master one. And, yeah, so this is what it'd be like in flight. And you do have a stand to put on it, but mine didn't come with that either. So, but I did borrow a stand from another model, so that'll be the type of stand that should come with it. And it just slips into the holes like that, and that is job done for displaying. And what we've got to do, though, is I want to check this gear down. So we're going to have that fun task, because I know there's struts that has to go in this, because I've done a MiG before, and that's probably going to cause me a couple of headaches. So let's go have some fun and do that and come right back. All right, we are back. It is annoying, this particular build. The fact that you've got these little struts on here. Let's have a little look there. Hopefully you can see. These little struts here, you got to individually put in the little hole there and put a little hole on the side of those main landing gear wheels, and they don't push in. They sit there, so they will drop out. It just dicks you around. It is a pain, absolute pain in the ass. There is the piece here that you drop in with these open gear bay doors as well. There is normally a piece of ordnance that goes over that does hold it in place too. And then you've got your two little gear bay doors there, and a nose wheel that does drop in very easy, of course. But it'd be nice if they actually had the landing gear and the strut as one piece in a little module that you just drop straight in, similar to the F4 Phantom ones. They are really nice. That's probably why I've got a lot more F4 Phantoms than I do MiG-21s. And I think overall, it's, you know, it's a fiddly pain in the ass, especially with my size of my fingers. If you've got similar sized hands, you will have real issue putting these together with the little struts and everything like that. It is a bit of a pain in the ass, but we'll just turn it over and see what drops off. And staying on for the moment. Give it time, it'll drop off in a second. But I reckon overall, the whole camo and everything like that does look really nice. This is pretty cool. I'll put this MiG down before, you know, something drops off. And there she is. Geez, we'll better zoom in on that. And we'll wind this video up. But the aircraft themselves do look pretty cool, though. I do like them. And I don't mind a MiG-21. They are pretty iconic aircraft, you know, throughout the Cold War and everything like that too. So, yeah. All right, guys, I will take some happy snaps of this Vietnamese MiG-21 and chuck them up at the conclusion of the video, of course. So, once again, this is by Corgi, Predators of the Sky edition, and it is a MiG-21 PFM from the Vietnamese People's Air Force, of course, during the Vietnam War, as flown by Nguyen, Đức Soat. I do apologise if I'm, you know, butchering that at all. It's not my intentions. No disrespect meant, of course. And he was a Vietnamese fighter ace with 6 aerial victories during the Vietnam War. And I reckon the aircraft itself does look really nice. All right, guys. Once again, thank you very much, of course, for spending your valuable time checking out another one of our videos. I hope you enjoyed the content today. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, guys.